Welcome to Hodgepodge. Today we're diving into a project that's stylish and practical, the X Factor wrist warmers. Whether you're typing away at your desk or sipping a warm cup of coffee, these wrist warmers are the perfect companion for your daily routine, blending both fashion and functionality. So grab your hooks and yarn, and let's get started. Today I'm using a J 6mm crochet hook. And I'll be using Karen 1 pound. This is a 4-weight yarn, a medium 4-weight yarn, and the colorway is Sunflower. We're going to begin with a slip knot. This is how I make mine, but you can make yours however you feel most comfortable. I'm going to begin with a chain of 30. You can make this glove with any yarn or any hook that you want, and the stitch multiple is 10 plus 9. So if 30 doesn't get around your hand, mostly around your knuckles, then you can chain another 10 and see how that fits. So here's my 30, and I'm going to chain another 9 to get the multiple correct. So you chain as many as you need and then add 9 extra. Now this is wide enough to go around my hand. So we'll begin row 1, and in the 6th chain from the hook we're going to work a double crochet, just like that, chain 1, and in that same chain another double crochet, chain 1, and then another double crochet in that same chain. Just like that. Now we're going to skip 5 chains, and in the next chain we're going to work a double crochet, now here's the fun part. We're going to chain 3, we're going to work behind the last double crochet we just made, this one right here. We're going to skip that chain that's right behind it and work in the next chain, and we'll work a double crochet in that chain. There we go. We've made our first crossed double crochet. Now we'll skip the next 3 chains, and in the next chain we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, we'll double crochet in that same chain, chain 1, and double crochet in that same chain. Now we'll skip 5 chains, and in that next chain we'll work a double crochet, we'll chain 3, then we're going to work behind this double crochet that we just made. We'll skip a chain and work in that next chain, that's your second cross double crochet made. I'm going to kind of pull this a little bit to make it a little bit more. There we go. This is what your work should be looking like. So now we're going to skip 3 chains and in the next chain we're going to work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in that same chain, chain 1, and double crochet in that same chain. Now we'll skip 5 chains and we'll work another cross double crochet. So we'll double crochet in that next chain. We'll chain 3. Now we're going to work behind this double crochet. We'll skip a chain and work in that next chain. We'll work a double crochet in that next chain. And we've made another crossed double crochet. We'll skip 3 chains, and in that next chain we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now you should have 3 chains left at the end, and we're going to double crochet in that last chain. And that ends row 1. So to begin row 2, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Now that chain 3 counts as a double crochet. We're going to skip the next chain 1 space here, and we're going to work in the next chain 1 space. We're going to double crochet in that chain 1 space. Then we'll chain 3 and we'll work behind that double crochet into the first chain 1 space. That's our crossed double crochet. Then in the next chain 3 space, we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Now we'll skip the next chain 1 space, right here, and work in the next chain 1 space. We'll double crochet, chain 3. Now we'll double crochet in that first skipped chain 1 space, right there. Now in the next chain 3 space, you'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And we'll continue like this all across the row. So we'll skip that next chain 1 space and work in the second chain 1 space, work a double crochet, chain 3, and now we'll double crochet in that first skipped space, right there. In the next chain 3 space, we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. There we are. And in the next, we'll skip that first chain space and work a double crochet in the second chain 1 space, chain 3, and we'll double crochet in that first skipped chain one space. Then we'll double crochet in the top of the beginning chain, right there. And there you have it. There's row 2 complete. Now to begin row 3, we're going to chain 3. That counts as a double crochet, and turn. And in that first chain 3 space right here, we're going to work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Now we'll make our first cross double crochet in the second chain 1 space right here. We'll double crochet, chain 3, and then we'll double crochet in that first chain 1 space that we skipped. Now in the next chain 3 space right here, we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. We'll skip the next chain 1 space, and in that second chain 1 space we'll work a double crochet, chain 3, and work a double crochet behind that double crochet right there in the first chain 1 space we skipped. In the next chain 3 space we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Now we'll skip that first chain 1 space and double crochet into the second, chain 3, and then double crochet into that skipped space right there. Now in the next chain 3 space we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Now we'll double crochet in the top of that chain 3 right there. And there you have it. So now you just repeat rows 2 and 3 for the length of your wrist warmer. We'll do it one more time just to make sure that you've got it. To begin the row 2 repeat, we'll chain 3 and turn, and we're going to skip that first chain 1 space and work into the second chain 1 space. Work a double crochet, chain 3, and in that first skipped chain 1 right there, we'll work a double crochet, now in the next chain 3 space right here, we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. Then we'll skip the next chain 1 space and work in the next chain 1 space a double crochet and a chain 3, and in the skipped chain 1 space right there we'll work a double crochet. In the next chain 3 space we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Then we'll skip the next chain 1 space, and in the next chain 1 space we'll work a double crochet, chain 3, and in the skipped space we'll work a double crochet. Now in the next chain 3 space we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and we're going to skip the next chain 1 space and work a double crochet in the next chain 1 space and chain 3, and in the skipped space we'll work a double crochet. Now the top of the chain 3, 1, 2, 3, right there we'll work a double crochet. And that's the end of the row 2 repeat. And our work is looking like this. So for the next row 3 repeat, we'll chain 3 and turn. And in that first chain 3 space, right there, we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Then we'll skip the next chain 1 space and work in the next chain 1 space a double crochet, chain 3, and in the skipped space we'll work a double crochet. In the next chain 3 space, right there, we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then we'll skip the next chain 1 space and work in the next chain 1 space a double crochet, chain 3, and in that first skipped chain 1 space we're going to work a double crochet. Then in the next chain 3 space, right there, we're going to work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Isn't it looking pretty? I love working X stitches. Then we'll skip the next chain 1 space and work a double crochet in the next chain 1 space and a chain 3. We'll work a double crochet in that skipped chain 1 space. And then in the next chain 3 space we'll work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And then we'll work a double crochet in the third chain of the beginning chain 3. And that ends your row 3 repeat. Now you'll continue to grow your wrist warmer until you have about 8.5 inches. There's mine completed. I have 8.5 inches. There really isn't a right or wrong side for this. The back looks exactly the same as the front. So this is your foundation chain, and this is where we ended up, and you can see that the sides are nice and straight. We're going to seam up the side. So let's fold this together so that the sides are together, and we're going to start from our foundation chain, and we're going to count 9 double crochet on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right there, hold your finger on that, and then we'll count 9 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 right there, and then we'll get a stitch marker and we'll just mark that stitch right there. Then we'll count 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 over here on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll get another stitch marker and we'll mark that right there. So this is where we're going to seam. We'll seam up here, this part right here. And we'll seam up this part right here. And we'll leave this part empty. So there will be no seam there. So that part will get a seam and the bottom part will get a seam. And the part in between the markers is where your thumb will go. So I'll put some yarn on a needle. And we're going to use a simple whip stitch for this. Nothing too fancy. You're going to try to find your corner here. Here maybe? No. A little bit over. Right there. There we go. I'm happy with that. And now we'll just whip stitch. So when you whip stitch, you just go around and around in the same direction. Just catching whatever bit of yarn you can on either side to close the seam. Now we've gotten to our first stitch marker here, and that seam has been closed. We're gonna sort of wiggle our yarn through the stitches here on one side so that we can get to the other stitch marker. Now you don't want to pull this too tight. Be really loose with this. If you pull this yarn too tight, then you'll feel it on your thumb. So try to be a little delicate here. There we go. And then we'll just continue whip stitching up to the top of the wrist warmer. Let me just move this marker out of the way. And catching stitches, let's just keep going around and around. Now I'll just tie a knot at the top and weave in my tail. I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. So I'll just thread this little tail here on my needle and I'll tie a knot just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere and weave in my tail. Now you can turn your wrist warmer inside out. There you go. That way the seam is on the inside. And your wrist warmer is done. Now you just have to make a second one to have a pair. And I just happen to have one already finished. And there they are. There's the opening for your thumb right there. And you're finished. And there you have it, a gorgeous pair of X Factor wrist warmers ready to adorn your hands with warmth and style. I hope this tutorial has inspired you to try out the modified X stitch and add these elegant gloves to your crochet collection. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Hodgepodge Crochet for more exciting crochet projects. Until next time, happy crocheting everyone!